world, one in the first door, one in the third door of heaven, and one in the fourth door, and one in the sixth door. And the exactness of the year is accomplished through a separate 364 stations. Again? Yes.
The Most High, man, he can't be bringing up this number as many times for nothing. It got to be verification proof to let you know it's only 364 days in the year, perfect. Every year, forever. Ever. So you shouldn't be adding 30 days. You shouldn't even be doing nothing to it. Just count 364 and you completed a whole year cycle. Just that simple.
That's simple, huh?
Okay.
All right, we're on the third verse in chapter 75. For the signs and the times and the years and the days the angel Uriel showed to me, whom the Most High of glory has set forever over the luminaries of heaven, in heaven and in the world, that they should rule over on the face of heaven and be seen on earth, and be leaders for the day via the sun, and night via the moon, and stars, and all the ministering creatures which make their revolution in all chariots of the heaven. In like manner, 12 doors Uriel showed me open in the sphere of the sun, chariots in heaven, through which the rays of the sun break out, and from its warmth diffused over the earth when they are open at their appointed seasons.
Appointed seasons.
And there are openings for the wind and the spirit of dew, that when they are open, stand open in heaven at the end of the earth. As for the 12 doors in heaven at the ends of the earth, out of which go out the sun, moon, and stars, and all the works of heaven in the east and in the west. There are many windows open to the left and the right of them. And one window at its appointed season produces warmth, corresponding to the doors from which the stars come out as he has commanded them, and in which they are set corresponding to their number. And I saw chariots in heaven running in the world above those doors in which the stars that never set. And one is larger than all the rest, and it is that makes the course through the entire world. Chapter 76, verse 1. At the ends of the earth I saw 12 doors open to all quarters of heaven, from which the wind go out and blow over the earth. 3 of them are open on the face of heaven, and 3 in the west, and 3 on the right of heaven, and 3 on the left. Now the 3 first are those of the east, and the 3 are of the north, and 3 after those on the left, of the south, and 3 of the west. Through 4 of these come winds of blessing and prosperity, and from those 8 come hurtful winds, which when they are sent, they bring destruction on all the earth, and on the water on it, and all who dwell on it, and on everything which is the water on the land. And the first wind from those doors, called the east wind, comes out through the first door, which is the east, inclining towards the south. From its desolation, drought, heat, and destruction come out. And through the second door in the middle comes, which is fitting, and there come rain, fruitfulness, and prosperity and dew. And through the third door, which lies towards the north, comes cold and drought. And after these comes out the south winds through the 3 doors, which the first door of them inclining to the east comes out hot wind. And through the middle door next to it there comes out a fragrant smell, and dew and rain, and prosperity and health. And through the third door, which lies to the west, dew comes out, and also rain, locusts, and desolation.
Hope y'all paying attention. These are the laws of the sun and the moon.
Verse 10. And from the 7th door in the east comes the north winds, and dew, rain, locusts, and desolation. And from the center door comes health, rain, dew, and prosperity. Through the third door in the west comes cloud, hoar, frost, snow, rain, and dew, and locusts. And after these came the 4 winds, west winds. Through the first door adjoining the north come out dew, hoar, frost, cold, snow, and frost. And from the center door comes out dew and rain and prosperity and blessing. And through the last door, which adjoins the south, comes drought, desolation, and burning and destruction. And the 12 doors of the fourth quarters of heaven are therewith completed. And all their laws, and all their plagues, and all their benefactions have I shown to you, my son Methuselah.
So you see there, just in that chapter, there was your seasons that we thought was the winter, spring, summer, fall. You know, as you see, that's all part of the law as well. So the sun and the moon has more than one law. They got laws to cover time, to signify for the feast, but also as well as to bring the sun. The rain, the snow, the spring, the summer. Which we are living in right now. So just to give you an understanding of that the laws, it was many laws that the sun and moon must cover, not just what we was taught when we thought it was just only to signify winter, spring, summer, and fall. So, and there's more to come to that. Read.
And the first quarter is called the east, because it is the first and the second. The south, because the Most High will descend there. From there will he who is blessed forever descend. And the west quarter is named the diminished, because there are all the luminaries of heaven wane and go down. The fourth quarter, named the north, is divided into 3 parts. The first of them is for the dwelling of men, and the second contains seas of water, and the abyss, and the forest, rivers, and darkness and clouds. And the third part contains the garden of righteousness. I saw 7 high mountains, higher than all the mountains which are of the earth. And from here comes hoarfrost, the days, seasons, and years pass away. And I saw 7 rivers on earth, larger than all rivers. One of them coming from the west pours its waters into the great sea. And these 2 come from the north to the sea and pour their waters into the Erythraean Sea in the east. And the remaining 4 come out of the side of the north to their own sea, 2 of them from the Erythraean Sea, and 2 into the great sea, and some say they discharge themselves there into the desert. I saw 7 great islands in the sea, in the mainland, 2 in the mainland, and 5 in the great sea.
So that covered a lot, just in that little bit of chapter for what Enoch seen. But now we're going into chapter 78, which is titled Sun and Moon, Waxing and Waning of the Moon. Pay attention to this chapter, because this chapter will give you the understanding of how to count your 29, 30, or 31 days. Read.
Book of Enoch, chapter 78, verse 1. And the names of the sun are the following. The first Orges.
Who?
Orges. The first Orges. And the second Tammuz.
So let's back that up. You mean the sun has another name? It's not the sun.
Yes, it's not the sun.
So the first name was
Orges.
And the second name is
Tammuz.
So I wonder how many people even know that the sun even has 2 separate names from the sun. Think about that. Read.
And the moon has 4 names.
How many names?
4 names. The first name is Asanja, and the second is Elbla, and the third is Banas, and the fourth is Ira.
I like how you pronounce them. I'll give it back to him. What's the first name again?
First one is Asanja, and the second is Abla, and the third is Banas, and the fourth is Ira.
4 names for the sun. I'm sorry, 4 names for the moon, 2 names for the sun. And it's just so astounding because we always just called it the sun or the moon. But now you know that it also has its own names, which is totally different. And not only just 1 name, but 2 and 4. Think about that. Read.
These are 2 great luminaries. Their spheres are like the sphere of the heaven, and the size of the spheres is alike. In the sphere of the sun there are 7 portions of light, which are added to it more than to the moon, and it is fixed measurements. It is transferred unto the 7 portions of the sun is exhausted.
How many portions?
7 portions of the sun is exhausted.
Okay.